Hey y'all, it's me, Sunshine! Did you know that for many women, whether married or not, aspires to focus on their careers, enjoy their freedom, and live life on their terms? Having a child might not be on their radar just yet, but the quality of our eggs decline as we age, and for some, even earlier due to health conditions. So, what options do these women have if they decided to have a child one day? Today, we are here to discuss that option, egg freezing. Hi, Dr. Hu.
Hello.
Dr. Hu, what is the optimal age for egg freezing?
Egg freezing ideally should be done before the age of 35 because as we look at the ability for a woman to conceive, it will actually slowly rise from 25 and then it will peak around 32, and then from 32 there's a slight dip, and then after that at 36 there's an even bigger dip. So the younger you are when you freeze your eggs actually is better.
How many eggs should a woman ideally freeze to increase the chances of success when she is ready to have a child?
The number of eggs that should be frozen for a lady would be very dependent on her age. So if you're younger than 35, then the number ideally would sit around 10 to 20 to ensure that you have a good chance at having a baby from the eggs that you have frozen.
Can you talk about the success rates of using frozen eggs versus fresh eggs?
Egg freezing has proven to be successful, but actual numbers are hard to come by because not everybody who freezes their eggs end up using them. About 90% of eggs frozen will survive the freezing to be used. So we've had patients who come back to reuse their frozen eggs later. They sometimes have a fresh IVF cycle along the same time. So I find that actually with using a frozen egg from your younger self compared to using fresh eggs from your older self, usually a few years later, the usage of these eggs are actually comparable. So in other words, frozen eggs and fresh eggs are about the same.
Who should consider egg freezing?
Traditionally, we consider egg freezing when a young child or a young woman is faced with a cancer diagnosis. So we are getting very good at helping young people go through a cancer diagnosis, but we are forgetting that often later in life they do want to complete their lives by starting a family. So egg freezing is an option for you to preserve your fertility or the fertility of your loved ones as they are going through a cancer diagnosis. In some countries, egg freezing is seen as an insurance, meaning that as we go through life, women are delaying childbearing to achieve their dreams, their career goals. We are increasingly seeing younger people focusing more on a work-life balance and delaying their childbearing. Freezing your eggs is a way of buying you time, because when your eggs are frozen, then you can delay having a family to a later time when you're more financially able and you're more emotionally able to cope with having a child.
Some multinational companies offer egg freezing as part of their employee benefits, right? What do you think about this?
I think it is a fantastic positive step forward for encouraging women to be more involved in the workforce. It may not be for everyone, but having that option certainly would help.
How long do frozen eggs last?
Well, actually, technically there is no expiration date. So once the egg is frozen, it's frozen in time, meaning that actually it can last for decades. However, I think you need to ask yourself whether you will be ready to bring a child into the world when you're 60. So often we will have conversations with our ladies who come in thinking about freezing their eggs about this, and we will revisit the idea whenever they come for their age.
Thank you, Dr. Hu, for sharing your expertise today.
You're most welcome, and I hope that you have found this useful.
Now we know that being young doesn't necessarily mean that our egg quality is at its best. The decline in egg quality happens way earlier than many of us think. That is why it's crucial to act fast and think ahead. If you're interested to explore your fertility options or simply want to learn more about egg freezing, don't wait. The earlier you act, the better your chances. Contact us today to learn more.